Hello and welcome to our channel. This is Archie the Cockatiel and I am Archie's mom, Stacy. Today we're here to do, yeah? You want to tell him? We're going to do a follow-up to the Products We Love video. Yeah? Alright, so for our first item, we have Avicakes here. Now, Archie really loves these. We have the fruit flavor, and we have the original flavor. Now, with Avicakes, they do have seed in them, but they also have pellets. So it's actually 50% pellets and 50% seed. So this is an occasional treat that he gets on his little play area when he's out. It's kind of like a chocolate bar. You just break off a small square and give it to them. And if they have enough dexterity, they can hold the little square with their foot and eat it. Archie can't quite do that, so he just picks at it while it's on the table. It's a little foraging activity. He has to break the pieces apart to be able to eat it, so it's not like just giving them a bowl of pellets or seeds. Since seeds are high in fat, this is an occasional treat that he gets, but he gets very excited when he sees me pull out the package because he loves these so much. And I got the fruit one because Archie really likes vegetables, greens, and grains, but sometimes it's hard to get him to eat fruit. So I like that the fruit one kind of lets me sneak that in. So it's in the form of something that he really enjoys, but there's bits of fruit in it. But now I guess the secret is out. Yeah, this whole time it's had fruit in it. Yeah, are you still gonna eat it though, now that you know it has fruit in it? Yeah, you will. That's good, because it's good for you. Alright, so the next item that we have here is actually by the same company that makes the Avicakes. And these are called Pelletberries. So they also have a product that's called Berries. It's a mixture of seeds and pellets. These are Pelletberries though, so this is actually all pellets. Although it does also have cranberries, apricots, and dates in it, but there's no seeds in this. So I really like to give him these as well. So on the nights where he's not getting an Avicake or something, he gets one of these little pellet berries on his play area, and he really likes that. But the other thing that I saw on a cockatiel group online that I wanted to try is using one of these foraging balls and putting the pellet berries in there. Now you could put other things in these foraging balls like vegetables or the berries or other treats and things. But on a group I saw, they did the Pelletberries, and Archie really likes this. So it's a great way to get them to forage for their treats or their food. I don't have to worry because he's not getting a whole bunch of seed out of these, and they're good for him. Yeah. Oh, it's pee break time. Okay, so anyway, so I really like to hang this in his cage for while I'm at work. so he has something to keep him occupied. He absolutely loves it. I could also hang this on his play stand, or I'm probably going to get another one of these for my other birds as well, because I think my Kayik would like it, because she really likes the berries too. So I think this would be fun for her. I can picture her hanging around on this. When you get these foraging balls, you do want to be aware of the opening. So the opening on this ball is like super wide, which is good because I'm not worried that his beak is going to get stuck in it, because it's like plenty big for his beak to go in. You want to be careful with these so that you don't get one where the slit in it is too tight, because you don't want them to get their beak stuck in it or something, or like their foot or something like that. So and you want to be careful with chains as well. This chain on this ball is really fine. The circle inside of it, obviously he can't get his foot trapped in that, but this link here at the top is a pretty tight fit as well. So you want to make sure that when you get your bird's toys that you make sure the chain looks pretty safe. So I would definitely recommend that foraging ball and the Pelletberries if you're looking for something new to try for your bird, especially to keep them busy when you're not at home. And Archie really loves it. Okay, so we have another toy here. Now this is actually for my African Gray, not for Archie. I love this toy. It's called the Recycle Toy. I got it from abirdtoy.com. Let me show you what it looks like without the paper in it. Alright, so this is what it looks like when you buy it, other than obviously the damage to the leather there. But this is what it looks like when you get it. So it's got the quick link to hang it from the top of the cage. And then it has this big ring at the bottom. Now this ring could be all kinds of dangerous if you didn't actually have anything in it. So what this is supposed to be is that you can take paper, whether it be from a newspaper, a magazine, some kind of like circular that you get in the mail or whatever, and then you just roll it up and put it in there. So I rolled up my newspaper here, and then you just stuff it through the ring. Now usually I'll cut off some of the ends or whatever, just because otherwise it's like really wide in Jackie's cage. But really simple toy. You could probably make one of these pretty easy yourself if you wanted to. If you are going to attempt to do that, make sure that you get stainless steel hardware. Zinc is dangerous for birds, as is like nickel and things like that. So you want to be careful with the metal that you choose. Stainless steel is safe. So I got this from abirdtoy.com, and this is one of Jackie's favorite toys, and it's one of the simplest toys that she has. So I can take any kind of paper and roll it up and put it in there. Now if your bird were going to be eating the paper, like you want to supervise your bird, you wouldn't want to use something with colored print unless it's like soy printed or something like that, like a lot of newspapers do these days for their newsprint. Black and white would be safest. But Jackie's not eating the paper. I've watched her carefully in the past, and she doesn't eat the paper. She just shreds it to bits, so I'm not concerned about that. So we don't really need to worry about whether this is color or not. Alright, now something else that I recently got that I absolutely love is my pasta cooker by Pampered Chef. I just went to my first virtual Pampered Chef party, which I suppose makes me officially old. Not really, no. But yeah, so I really like this because it makes cooking pasta or quinoa really simple. I am going to be trying this for couscous at some point as well. But essentially, you just take this red lid off and you put water and pasta in. The instructions of how much water to put in with how much pasta come with it. This red silicone lid goes on top. It's also a built-in strainer, but it also makes sure that it doesn't boil over in the microwave. So I like to cook a lot of things in the microwave. So I absolutely love this for when I'm making chop or their dinners. It just makes it really simple and quick. So speaking of making their chop and their dinners, I love this food processor. I got it from Amazon. It's just a pole handle food processor. Will you let me demonstrate? Will you help me demonstrate? So You just put the food in, pull the handle here, and it spins the blade around. You're such a good assistant. And it's just really easy to make your chop that way. It's also really easy to clean as well, and it was really inexpensive. It was less than $30 on Amazon. Now you can get food processors that are like electric that you have to plug into the outlet, but I don't really have that many outlets in the kitchen, so it's kind of inconvenient to use something like this that has to be connected to power. So I really like the manual food processor. So also when I make my bird's chop, I like to add different things to it, like this Christine's Chop Shop Eggstra Boost. So this has a boost of calcium in it along with red raspberry leaf. It's great so that if you have birds that tend to lay eggs, to give them to supplement that extra calcium that they need. It's also great even for male birds like Archie, because when he went to the vet back in January, they said he was a little low on calcium, that it could have been a little bit higher. So we add this to his food to supplement that. I've also done other things to increase his calcium intake as well, but this is something really easy to add to his food to give him that calcium boost. It's also great because my canary and my Quaker lay eggs here and there, so you want to make sure that if you have a female bird that they have plenty of calcium, because they need that calcium to form a proper eggshell, otherwise they can become egg bound. This also has red raspberry leaf in it, which helps kind of relax their reproductive muscles that they're straining when they're laying the egg. So overall it's a great supplement. It lasts a really long time. So you can add this to their daily pellets, just sprinkle it on top. You can also add it to their chop or their soft dinners. Now speaking of dinners, I have tried something new for my birds for suppers. So we like to do chop, but I also like to do other things here and there, especially on nights where I'm busy, where I get home from work late, or I've been working on homework all day. So this is called Bird Street Bistro. It comes in a lot of different flavors, and the ingredients are organic. You can get the bags in different sizes. Since this was my first time ordering from them, I ordered the smaller bags for several different flavors through them. And you basically just cook it on the stove top. You just add water to it, so it's really easy. It has no added fillers, preservatives, or sulfites in it. It's supposed to be organic. It's freeze-dried and air-dried, all natural fruits and veggies and healthy greens. And it's made here in the United States. So just something really easy to make at night rather than putting together chop or serving leftover chop. They really like this, and it comes in different flavors. So this is the apple berry. This one has brown rice, couscous, pulled millet, a grain blend. It also has organic rolled barley, quinoa, dried apple, organic cranberries, blueberries, carrot, almond pieces, coconut, cinnamon, and anise seed. And that's the apple berry. And then I also have the Southern Feast. And this one has couscous, wheat, pulled millet, rolled oats, carrots, peppers, quinoa, almond, parsley, cayenne pepper, basil leaves, cumin, and kelp in it. And then we also have the Viva La Veggies flavor, which has a lot of vegetables in it, so definitely recommend checking them out. They also gave me a free magnet that just had some advice on things that are toxic and things that are good for your bird that you can put on the microwave, that you can put on your refrigerator. So definitely check them out if you're interested in trying something new for suppers for your bird. I wouldn't 100% supplement this for chop just because it does have a lot of greens in it. It doesn't have very much greens. Now you could add greens to it if you wanted to, like kale or Swiss chard or something like that, and add that into it so that they get more greens. I saw someone on a social media group asking about using this instead of chop. I just wouldn't recommend it. This is a nice product and it does have healthy ingredients in it, but I wouldn't say that it's something that should replace chop. Alright, so when it comes to keeping your bird busy, sometimes it can be a little tricky. They like to get into things they're not supposed to. I've found some things that keep especially my African gray busy, but also Archie as well. So foraging cups and boxes. So this foraging box, they came in different sizes. It came in some larger ones and these small ones. And what I do basically is put different treats in there. There's crinkle paper stuffed in there, and you just put your treat in. Now, if you're just introducing this to your bird, I recommend making it a little easy at first. So just kind of like barely stick it under so that they can very visibly see like the sunflower seed in there. And that way they can easily pull it out. And then once they recognize that you hide treats in here, you can start putting them deeper within the box so that they really have to work to get to it. You don't have to stuff this full of sunflower seeds or treats. In the wild, when birds are foraging, when they spend a lot of time looking for food, and sometimes they're not vastly rewarded. They only find a little small bit of food, so you don't need to pack this full of treats and food, just because it kind of recreates in the wild where they do a lot of work for a little bit of food. So for Archie, sometimes I'll put like 3 sunflower seeds in here for him. For Jackie, in one of these, I'll put a couple of almonds in it and maybe 1 sunflower seed. Or in one of the really big boxes, I'll put a couple more things in it, but you can open up the side of it. You can just stick it in the hole in the side there. You can pull out some of the crinkle paper, put in a tree, and put it back inside. So these are very versatile, and the material is safe for birds. So generally speaking, your bird really isn't going to be eating the box anyway, because they're going to be looking for that treat that you're hiding inside the box. So these are great. They keep my birds busy when they're out. Archie has his little coffee table play area. I'll put this on the coffee table for him to pick through. For Jackie, I'll put it on top of her cage or on the floor and let her go at it. And it keeps her busy and her mind stimulated. So I highly recommend these boxes. There's different brands that make them. I did see some at PetSmart that they had like on clearance. I got these from the bird store, so I'll see if I can find some online links and leave those below as well for you guys. Now, aside from boxes, there's also these foraging cups that you can get. I got some of these in an unboxing that I did. I'll have the link up here as well. So they come in different sizes. So there's big ones. This is one of the little ones. And what I do is I just put some crinkle paper in it. And then at the bottom I'll have like a pumpkin seed, sunflower seed, almond, or like a piece of walnut or something. Put the paper in, put the lid on, give it to my African gray or my Caïque, and they go totally crazy for it, trying to open it, shred this to bits to get the treat inside. Once again, you don't have to pack this full of treats. You can just put 1 seed or 1 piece of nut in it. You don't need to pack it full. The goal isn't to fatten them up or anything. The goal is to keep them busy with a small reward at the end. Now, these don't do well to give them when they're inside the cage, because once they get the cup open, a lot of times they drop it, and if they're in their cage with it, they drop this, the treat's gonna fall under the grate and then they can't get to it, and then how disappointed would you be if you worked really hard to try to get a treat and then you lost it and you couldn't get to it? So I don't like to give these to them when they're in the cage. I only give it to them when they're outside of the cage. But they really like these. So the foraging cups in the boxes are definitely a success. I would recommend those as well, especially if your bird is getting into trouble when they're out of their cage. Like sometimes my African gray will try to find a corner to try to nest in. So this is nice because it keeps her busy, keeps her out of trouble, so she's not chewing on furniture or things that she shouldn't be getting into. Because if your bird is getting into something you don't want them to get into, you need to distract them from it and give them something else to do. Alright, so another product that we love is our Avian Safe Tea. So these are from Posh City Pets. Now I got these ones through Marlene McCohen, through the Feathered Fun Box, or through her website Parrot Station. So that's where I got these from, but they're actually produced by Posh City Pets. They come in different flavors, of course. The Vinny one is new. It has mint in it. This one's really good. Now, Marlene recommended trying these with a squeeze of fresh lemon in, which I do highly recommend. I really like lemon in my tea now since I've tried that. I really enjoy these, but my birds also really enjoy them as well. I'll insert a clip here of them enjoying their tea. So when we got the Jersey's birthday blend, I decided to check them out on Etsy and see what else they have. They have a lot of great products on there, like the Burbs herbs that I showed you guys in my other products that we love video. And they have their own custom tea blend that you can make yourself, where you can actually pick the ingredients. You can also add your bird's name to it. You can even add your bird's picture to it. So I went through the ingredients and kind of looked up the health benefits of everything. And I made this one myself. So Archie absolutely loves this. My other birds do as well. And then I really like to drink it too. Now the way that I make it is I have a kettle and I just cook the water up, and then I pour the water in my teacup or my mug. I put this loose leaf tea in a loose leaf infuser, and then I leave it in there for about 5 to 7 minutes and then pull it out. You want to make sure that you let it cool really well before you let your birds at it, because you don't want them to burn themselves. I basically do the finger test, where if I can put my finger in it and it doesn't burn me and it's just kind of like a little bit more than lukewarm, then I'll let them have it, because you just want to make sure they don't burn their crop or anything when they're drinking it. That could be really dangerous. So they really like this. There's a lot of health benefits to the herbs and flowers and things that you can put in here. The customer service through Posh City Pets is excellent. She's so friendly, so definitely check them out. They're on Etsy. I'll have a link for this below. It's really easy to make. Aside from buying the loose leaf tea, if you aren't a tea person like I didn't used to be, you'll need to get an infuser to go with it, which you can get those really cheap on Amazon. That's where I got mine. And this is bird safe and organic. You wouldn't want to buy tea intended only for humans and give it to birds, because not all of the ingredients may be bird safe. It may have something in it that's caffeinated, and of course caffeine is not good for birds. So I really recommend, if you're going to give them tea, to get them the actual avian safe tea like Posh City Pets makes. That way you know that it's completely safe for your bird. I had a lot of fun making my own custom blends, so I would recommend trying that out for sure. It's also super cute that you can have your bird's name on it as well, but it's really cute, lasts quite a while. I really like to give any tea that has chamomile in it to my African Grey, because especially for feather pickers, chamomile is really good to help them relax. And Jackie is probably, she's the #1 lover of tea. She goes crazy and like has to have it if she sees me with a cup of tea. Alright, thanks for joining us on our channel today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. In the comments down below, please let me know what other kind of videos you guys are interested in watching. I'm very open to criticism and suggestions, because I want to make sure that I make content that you guys really enjoy. And we would love if you would subscribe to our channel. Archie would love that a lot. What do you think? So please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and we will see you next time.